The time is nearly here. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. A fascinating fight. I can't decide who's going to win. I mean, the logical thing or the smartest thing to say would be Devin Haney because of the way he conducts himself, the way he carries himself in training. You can really tell he lives the life. But when I do these things, I always like to look at it from all angles, not just one angle. And Devin Haney is the favorite based on what I just said. You know, he lives the life. And when you live the life and you don't cut corners, it will show in the ring. But as I said, this is boxing and everyone has opinions, and this is why we love boxing. So I like to play the other side as well. As in Ryan Garcia, we know about his antics. You know, people thinking he's not stable and he's, mentally sick. But could he be a marketing genius? I just wonder, because at the end of the day, we're in the entertainment business and boxing isn't what it was 10, 20 years ago. These days, it's all about likes, views, content creation, entertainment. It's always been entertainment inside the ring, but entertainment outside the ring, you have to have that aspect. And you can't always have you can't always have a fighter and two friendly fighters, because that don't sell pay-per-view. Devin Haney is not that character to, run his mouth and things like that. Floyd Mayweather, when he was Pretty Boy, similar. He was a bit like Ryan Garcia. The way Ryan Garcia acting is a bit like how Floyd acted. Obviously, Ryan Garcia is young and being some of the things might be over the top. But Floyd done all this clowning around. It's only when he became Floyd Money Mayweather, that he calmed himself down, because he didn't need to do anything else, because everybody, the whole world, knew who he was, even if he wasn't into boxing. So Ryan Garcia, he could be a marketing genius, and that's why I want to see it from his point of view as well. He said a lot of things that are over the line, when it comes to religion and the things that he's saying, that has no relevance to boxing. But that's a key word there, relevance, because we live in a world where everyone likes controversy and everyone likes to talk shit and have opinions and gossip and all this kind of stuff. And it's funny how Ryan Garcia, away from boxing, he's talking about things that he knows that are either trending or relevant, and he knows people are going to talk about it. And if people are going to talk about it, that means it brings his name into the spotlight. Whether in a good way or a bad way, it doesn't matter. People know him. And the people that don't watch boxing is probably getting drawn into watching this fight because of what Ryan Garcia is saying and what he's talking about. So this is a very interesting fight. I mean, his family is highly religious, and his dad's right there with him in the press conferences, sitting there with him. His mum is front row. I'm just playing the other side here. What happens if he sat down his family and said, hey, listen, I want to break pay-per-view numbers. I want to make history. I think in the top 5 of pay-per-view sales in the history of boxing, Floyd Mayweather occupies 3 of them. I think 2 or 3 of them. So for him to be put in the top 5 bracket or even top 6, he would have achieved what he wanted to achieve, and which is fool the whole world. He might have sat down his family and been like, hey, listen guys, there's things you ain't gonna like what I do, there's things you ain't gonna like what I'm saying, but don't take it to heart. Don't think that there's anything wrong with me. I'm just trying to sell pay-per-view. So I'm sorry for everything I'm about to do. You know that's not me, and it's only to sell pay-per-view numbers. Now, if he is doing this, then so far it's succeeding, because you got his dad, Devin Haney's dad, Bill Haney. Even though he's very outspoken, but he's not outspoken in the way where he's rattled or saying things like, I want my son to kill him or put him in a hospital, because now that's what he's saying. You've disrespected religion, you've disrespected our family, and I'm sending Devin out to kill you, put you in a hospital. So to me, whatever Ryan's doing looks like it's working. So that's why I like to play two sides. We don't personally know Ryan Garcia as an audience. We can only assume by going off what we are seeing. So that's why, yes, he might not be well, but he could be a marketing genius. And let's not forget, I think Ryan Garcia made a name for himself before he blew up in boxing on social media. I mean, he's a good-looking chap. You know, the ladies love him. So he's very marketable. I don't know, he was doing a lot of content creating and challenges and stuff. And I think people are blinded with that stuff and forgetting that he has so much pedigree as an actual fighter. I think he won like 200 amateur fights and only lost 15. That's pedigree, you know. He beat Devin Haney 3 times. Devin Haney beat him 3 times. All right, it's amateur boxing, but all these little things, all these details play a part when it comes to the psychological side of boxing. So they're leading up to this fight. He's acting all crazy, and then he knows he's beat Devin 3 times as an amateur. He knows him well. Also, I like to put on record that Ryan Garcia has got a great chin, an unbelievable chin, and people mistake knockdowns for having a glass jaw or a weak chin. No, it's the total opposite. Now, if you're getting tagged from nearly every shot and your legs are wobbling all the time, that's, to me, is not having a good chin. But if you're getting knocked clean, flush, boom, and you go down and you just get straight back up, then that, to me, that's a good chin. He done it against Luke Campbell, bang, got straight back up. And then he goes in with probably take Deontay Wilder out of it. You can put Inoue up there, one of the hardest, most vicious knockout artists in boxing today, Gervonta Davis. And if you remember, he got stopped by a body shot, not by a shot to the chin. And the shot that did land flush on Ryan Garcia's chin, what happened? He got straight back up as if he didn't get knocked down. So to me, that's having a good chin. He's fast. And you can see, if you got an eye for boxing, you understand boxing, you can see Derek James has tightened him up. He's throwing his shots are much more clean and throwing them from the right place. Can things be better? Yes, but that's with any fighter out there. Things can always be better. But he's tightened things up, he's looking good, he's looking great. Again, I'm trying to see it from another point of view. But could he be like, I don't care about the WBC belt. I'm a superstar. Everyone wants to fight me because I bring the attention and I bring the pay-per-view numbers. Who gives a fuck about the belt? I care about the money. So I wouldn't even read too much into him being overweight. Maybe that was always the plan, to be overweight. So to me, this is a very intriguing fight, as I said, because Devin Haney is very professional, very hungry, very committed. Doesn't cut corners. And then you've got the other guy where there's question marks. And even there's going to be question marks for Devin Haney. Because Devin Haney must be thinking, what the fuck is going on? What Ryan Garcia am I going to have in that ring on Saturday night? A focused Ryan Garcia? a sharp, fast Ryan Garcia, a Ryan Garcia that wants to stand there in the middle and trade, or a smart Ryan Garcia that wants to be a bit more calculated, or a mentally unwell person that's coming into the fight and it will show in the ring, which is also very dangerous because boxing's a very dangerous sport. You can get yourself hurt, and I've said time and time again, this ain't a sport that you play around with when it comes to your mental health. Your mental health has to be right because there's serious consequences in boxing. Even if you're mentally right and you're fit and you're conditioned, people can still die in boxing. There's been so many deaths in boxing. So for the sake of Ryan Garcia, I hope he is mentally prepared for this fight, because I wouldn't want to see a fighter get hurt or get injured and die. And I'll wrap it up. So I'm looking forward to this fight, and this is what boxing needs. You know, we need fights like this that are going to divide the public. I mean, in my gym today, we were all talking about it, and everyone had their opinion. Devin's going to win this round, points. You know, Ryan Garcia's not right. And then you got the other side. Could he be a marketing genius? You know, could he be fooling the world? He's not fooling me, because like I said, when I do breakdowns and I talk about upcoming fights, I don't like to see it from one point of view, just because I might like a certain fighter. So I'm like, yeah, definitely that person's gonna win. Yes, I'm gonna have my opinion of who I think is the favorite. Like this fight, Devin Haney is the favorite based on what I said, but I also like to play the other side as well and see it from the other side. And from Ryan Garcia's side, we're gonna find out Saturday night if he needs to check in to get some help, or if he's a marketing genius and does huge pay-per-view numbers that he can be proud of. I'm Daily Prowlers. I'll speak to you soon.